Anasita Kumayana, Sita Kunayana, Syataya. Today's question, Kunayana Sya. What is love? Kasya Dayana Sumayana Sya. Love is a frequency that does not include judgment. Judgment ceases to exist. Love is a vibration in which all things are defined as relevant. Nothing is not needed for the evolution of the whole. And love understands this. Love does not blame. Love does not judge. Love does not see someone or something as better or worse. Love literally accepts the reality that everyone has the right to choose. Everyone has the right to be. Everyone has the right to decide what they want to do, be, or see. Love is so real, in fact, that it allowed us to incarnate into human form, to have experiences that allowed us to reflect on all that exists. Syatayana Kumayana Sya. So love in itself is not a frequency or a bandwidth. Love is the entirety of existence as a whole. It is one. If we choose love, we're going home. We're coming to completion with the earth plane and how it operates. Because if you can see love here, you can see love anywhere. Syatayana Kunayana Sitakunayana Syatayana Sya. Okay. So let's talk real world example of this. Because love also doesn't deny anyone else's right to exist. So to put it into context, we're not allowed to harm. We're not allowed to bring suffering. We're allowed to suffer if that's what we think, that's what we want. But we have the right to choose. Syatayana Sutakunayana Sya. But love also doesn't interfere with the game. It allows the players to play it out. It allows suffering to be real and physical pain as well, so that we can come to our own conclusions about how we want to live our lives. So if you're in a place of suffering, this is love too. If you're in a place of grief, love also acknowledges this. Suicide and depression. Love doesn't necessarily want you to experience these thoughts, but love has given free will. So love allows that to occur. Love also knows that coming to completion with the earth plane means standing up for what you want. Kasitukunayana, situkunayana, situkunayana sya. In all ways, shapes, and forms, beginning with your individual life, your individual reality, your individual makeup, your individual DNA. Kayana, situkunayana sya. Put into context. Love wants you to ascend. Love wants you to evolve. Love respects everyone's right to be what they want to be. So love is this energy field of eternal grace. It is the one. It is the eternal place before separation was born. That's what love is to me. That's what I'm shown. In order to come back to that space where we truly embody the natural rhythms of love as they occur on the earth plane, we have to learn to forgive. We have to learn to go through our process, and we have to choose a different life. Choice is love's thing. Love wants us to agree where we want to agree and to take no one else's word for it. Love came so you can choose. Love wants you to do the same. So while love is an awakening, and love is the eternal space, and love is a dichotomy between black and white, within this, love exists. Love is also the spiral flame that takes us out of this world where there is divide. Because when we realize that each choice is valid and that every energy has the right to take shape, we can direct our focus and our intent into exactly what we want to see. While we sit here in judgment for others who take shape on the earth plane, we miss love's frequency entirely. So you have to allow those to choose who they want to be. They always have choice. Now, let's take an example. I think we were going to do that a minute ago. Okay, what about a very real situation of violence? That's who they want to be. Do I just let that go? Of course not, because love also knows that you stand up for each other's rights. Sure, if that person wants to harm, that's what they choose to be. But they're not allowed to do it on your turf. They're not allowed to do it in your space unless you let them. We are letting them. We are condoning violence because we bring it on ourselves. We bring it into our thoughts with these negative curves. Oh, you're just not quite pretty enough today. Oh, you could lose some extra weight. We bring conditions and parameters in which we set for the self that doesn't take love into account. So then that lack of love is mirrored from the external world. Love will allow violence, but love does not allow violence to invade your space. Are we clear with that? It is a very different thing to allow and receive love. Means that you stand up for yourself and your own right to be it. That means you have free will to say no. You can do an unspeakable thing. You can choose to separate yourself from someone or something that does not see love as your right to be. Does that make sense? Love allows all things. Love is non-exclusive like that. But love doesn't necessarily allow each other to harm each other. That's not love. That's free will and us giving consent. Very different things. So as you allow love back into your life, you've got to clean up boundaries, parameters. Needs must be met. You have the right to speak what you say. You have the right to say what you mean. But that doesn't mean that you push it into someone else's space. If they take it, then we're all out of balance again. Because they should never feel a push or a tug. Love actually doesn't allow that. Love allows us all to play the game as we like. No judgment on it. But we are not allowed to take away someone's free will or consent. And that has been done on the earth plane, and we are waking up to that. So as we wake up to that eternal space and allow love back in, we realize we have to release the judgment, release the ego state, and allow ourselves to come back into rhythm with time that is able to speak the voice no. There are many rhythms to love, but the first and foremost agenda of it is to be a non-judgmental space. When we achieve this for ourselves, we have transcended human identity and physical form, and it will allow us to rise. Kasita Gunayana, Sita Gunayana, Siatayana, Sita Kumayana, Siatayana, Sita Siat.